Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. O again. So, most must start by telling that most of you did extremely good job last week on the first two lessons, first two assignments, and today is the day to start new week and new assignment. So, let's talk about lesson number 3. For this lesson, you will have to do some sketching. So, let's see which materials you will need. So, in the ideal world, if you have everything you need, you will need some printer paper, you will need ruler, you will need a pencil with eraser. But I do realize that sometimes we don't have it, so just to show you that it's not really necessary, I look for some other alternative items that you can actually use for a video. So in this case, here's what we'll do. For today's activity, I found some junk mail, some envelopes, which are blank in here. I found some marker, some pen. Now, also for today's lesson, you will need to have some items. Items you will have to sketch. It can be any items. Look around your house and pick any 3 small items. Just randomly, I looked in my cabinet and I picked applesauce. It doesn't have to be applesauce, I just found applesauce. I picked a phone and I found charger. Now, what I'm gonna do also, I forgot to mention, because I could not find ruler, let's pretend I could not find ruler, I'll use this box just to draw straight edges. Okay, so these are my setups. So what you have to do. For this lesson, you will have to take your 3 items and rearrange them in some way that one item is on the top of the other. So let's do this. I just put my applesauce upside down on a phone. Again, you use any items, doesn't have to be a phone, doesn't have to be applesauce, but you have to put something on the top of something else. And then I'm gonna use this charger and put it right next to it. Okay, so setup is, you have to have 3 items, one on the top of another, and something on the side. What you have to do now, you will look at these items, all right? So take a close look at the items you have to do. So with that said and done, let's see. First, I want to see how my item will look from the top. This is how this item looks from the top. So that's what I'll have to sketch. Now, for this lesson, I actually spent some time and sketched it beforehand, so you don't have to watch me half an hour doing it. Again, this assignment is fairly large and fairly time consuming, so actually it took me a little bit more than a minute to do it. Actually, it took me probably closer to 1 hour to do the whole assignment. But anyway, so that's what you have to do. See, this is how it looks from the top. This is what I sketched in here. In the same way, what I tried to do is, I wanted to know how would my thing look from front. So when I looked from the front, I said, that's what I see from the front view. So then what I did, I sketched this thing. See, it's a front view. Now, what I did later on, I said, how would it look from the side? And when I saw the side, I did this thing as well. So this is my side view picture, right? And this is how this thing actually looks from a side view. See, that's my thing. Now, once I've done sketching it, what I'll have to do, I'll have to post those 3 pictures into Google Classroom assignment. So let's see how that is done. So in this case, you will go to the slide that says in here, paste your pictures here, and that's where you paste your work. Again, if you're still confused, I have example of my work. See, this is what I just showed you in this video. I posted in here. And also there are some short questions about this class that you have to answer. Again, once you're done, click turn in and best of luck to you. Thank you very much and hope to see you again next time.